Hello there and welcome to another video on the channel. Today we are going to be going over my top 10 songs on my Your Top Songs of 2020 made by Spotify based on what I listened to. Now basically how this playlist works is in 2020 Spotify will go over all of your most listened to songs, and depending on how many plays each song has, one play is usually like listening to 30 seconds of a song or the whole or more. What Spotify will do is they will listen to how many times you've listened to that song, and at the end of the year, on December 1st, they'll put it into a top 100 list of your top 100 songs that you listen to. There is one song I'm not going to be including on this list, and it is my number one song, which is Death Embrace You by Ty Zimmerman. Now, I have an explanation for this. When I was recording my music video for Death Embrace You, as you see right here, I had to listen to the song so many times. It made my listening for that song go up a lot. I think it was at like 35 streams or something, and that was my most listened to of 2020. Now, I know that sounds like a little, but I want you to keep in mind that I have 5,895 songs liked on Spotify. So I have so many different songs that I listen to on a daily basis. Like, my genre mood changes every single day. I know that it may seem like, oh, this guy's a metal guy. He's wearing a Guns N' Roses shirt. He has a Metallica poster right here, a Five Finger Death Punch one. He has a Motley Crue one right here. He has freaking Korn, Megadeth, Slipknot. Okay, I like metal. Okay, yes, I will admit it. I like metal. Metal is one of my top 5 genres, I will admit, but it is not my favorite. I don't have a favorite, to be completely honest, but metal is just what I've always grown up with. So that's something that has always been with me. But without further ado, I don't want to waste your guys' time anymore. We're just going to jump right into the list, starting off with number 10. Also, I forgot to mention, there is one more song I'm not going to be including, and that is also my song, In the Name of Love by Ty Zimmerman. This was my first song that I ever put out on streaming platforms, and I was so amazed that it was on streaming platforms, so I was just constantly listening to it, and it's my number 4 most listened to song. So we're also going to be skipping that one. So technically we're starting at 12 and going down to 2, but these are my top 10 that are not my songs. Starting off at number 10, we have Sincerely Me from the musical Dear Evan Hansen by Ben Platt and Mike Faist and Will Rowland. This is one of my favorite musical songs that I have ever listened to ever in my life. I know all of the words to this song. So I've listened to it repeatedly, and it always just gets me in a happy mood. I especially like the use of the guitar in the song, where there's like one part that goes like, and there's also a bunch of like comedic humor inside of the song, which I think is really funny to me. I have never seen the musical Dear Evan Hansen. I want to terribly, but I haven't seen it because I've never gotten the chance to. And I have listened to the full soundtrack, and Sincerely Me is definitely my favorite. In fact, I'm pretty sure Sincerely Me is the only musical song that is on this list, and I'm surprised that it's number 10. So at number 9, we have Concert for Aliens by Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly is an artist I discovered last year. I think I was just listening to Your Discover Weekly, and the song I Think I'm Okay by Machine Gun Kelly came on. And I instantly fell in love with the song, and I was like, okay, I've got to listen to more of this guy. Little did I know he was creating a new pop punk album, and I was like incredibly stoked for it. After hearing I Think I'm Okay, I was just wondering, I mean, what could be next? Whenever the album dropped, I listened to it repeatedly so much. And Concert for Aliens was one of my favorite singles that came off of this album. A lot of people dig on this album because a lot of the production isn't the greatest, to where it sounds kind of mushy at some points. Like, hear it from Anthony Fantano here.
But if this is pop punk, it is the most derivative, lowest common denominator, and I guess faux rebellious pop punk I have heard in my life. Plus, on top of that, a lot of the production and compression on this thing is god-awful.
He literally put it in the top 10 worst albums of 2020, which Personally, in my opinion, I disagree with. This is one of my favorite albums I've ever listened to. It does sound like every generic pop punk album, I will admit that, but there's just something different about it to where like a rapper bringing back pop punk. It's really like reassuring to me. So I respect Machine Gun Kelly as an artist, and I'm grateful that he put out this album. Also, we're not going to talk about the whole Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly situation. That did not exist. Next up, we have Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger. Now, how I found out about this song, basically, my sister was watching an episode of The Flash. It's a CW show that she is addicted to and does not stop watching. And in one of the episodes, I heard this song came on, and I was like, oh, that's a good song. So I looked it up, and lo and behold, I just kept on listening to it nonstop, and it has become one of my favorite songs. By the way, I should probably mention, if you want to listen to all these songs, there will be links to all of them down in the description. They'll all be YouTube links, so you all can click on them and not worrying about like having the right streaming platform. No, they're all just going to be like YouTube videos. Old Time Rock and Roll, I've heard, is a very, 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 very overplayed song, and I totally get that because I have a feeling this plays in bars so much just because of like the vibe that it gives off. Yeah, this was one of my favorite songs of last year, and let's go on to the next one. Okay, this next one is really good. This is the first metal song of the list. The song is called War is Killing Us All by Righteous Vendetta. Now, this song, oh my god. I came back from the concert in 2019 before, the whole pandemic was a thing. I just got back from a concert in 2019, and I was in a music mood because I had just gone to a freaking Beartooth and Motionless in White concert. So obviously I was still in the mood for like metal music. So I went to my Discover Weekly on Spotify, and I found this song, War is Killing Us All by Righteous Vendetta. I fell in love with this song and this group so much. This group also has good songs like Cursed, Weight of the World, and Gunpowder, Unshakable. There are so many good songs that come from these guys, but War is Killing Us All is definitely my favorite that has ever come from them. And last year, I could not stop listening to it. It is in so many of my metal playlists, and I just cannot get over the song. Next up, we're still on a bit of the same genre. This song is Parasite Eve by Bring Me the Horizon. This was Bring Me the Horizon bringing back their old metalcore days. They made the EP Post-Human Survival Horror, and Parasite Eve was the first single that came off of this EP. And I hadn't listened to Bring Me the Horizon in a while when I had found this song. When I listened to this, I just got so much nostalgia from listening to old BMTH, and I just fell in love with the song. So naturally, I listened to it a bunch of times. Same thing with War is Killing Us All. It is in a bunch of my metal playlists, and I never get tired of the song. Next up, we have a huge genre change. We go from Bring Me the Horizon to Adore You by Harry Styles. Yep, Adore You by Harry Styles is one of my top listened to songs, and I just love the instrumentation in this song so much. For a pop song, this is like some of the best instrumentation I have ever heard. A lot of pop songs sound the exact same, but Adore You, for me, it was like such a turnaround for like my view on pop music, and it really got me back into the genre, and especially liking One Direction again, because for those of you that don't know, Harry Styles is one of the former singers in the boy band One Direction. They also have people like Niall Horan, and yeah, that's all I remember. Yeah, there's a lot of just One Direction members that split off on their own ways because they broke up a while ago, and Harry Styles is the most successful of all of them. Harry Styles is so freaking musically talented. It is insane. But yeah, Adore You is one of my favorite pop songs I have ever listened to, and I cannot wait to hear what else Harry Styles has coming in the future. Next up, we have 45, A Matter of Time by Sum 41. Now, I'm not going to tell you the meaning of this song. You can look that up for yourself. But this song gets me so pumped up. This song just makes me want to like go into a mosh pit and just start throwing fists. I don't know why, but this just gets me in an angry mood and also like a really excited mood, I guess, because this song is full of like that punk power that like flows through your veins whenever you're just listening to super fast rock songs. And Sum 41 has slowly become one of my favorite groups. I believe they were my fourth most listened to group of 2020, so that's very interesting. Yeah, 45 A Matter of Time was one of the singles off their album Order in Decline. This was released back in 2019, I believe. And 45 A Matter of Time has just always been my favorite song off of that album, alongside with A Death in the Family. That's also a pretty good one to listen to as well. 45 A Matter of Time will forever be one of my favorite punk songs. Next up, we have Straight to Hell by Ozzy Osbourne. Now, this song was off of his newest album, which was, I believe, called Ordinary Man. This was like such an eye-awakening moment for me that Ozzy makes such good music, and I have not appreciated his songs as much as I could have. Basically, I only used to listen to like Crazy Train and No More Tears, and that was about it. And then I heard Straight to Hell, one of his new singles, and it just blew my mind at how good Ozzy Osbourne and his fellow bandmates are. This was one of my favorite songs of 2020, and it will forever be one of my favorite songs, especially one of my favorite Ozzy Osbourne songs. Next up, we have Full Circle by Five Finger Death Punch. Now, I'm gonna be honest, back in early 2020, I was addicted to Five Finger Death Punch. Now, I don't listen to them as much because they put out another album. Like, they put out 2 albums in 2020. One was just a greatest hits with like 2 new tracks, and then another was this F8 album, or Fate, whatever it is, I don't know. And to be honest with you, Five Finger Death Punch has really sounded the same to me. Most of their songs sound just the same as the others. They always say that their next album it's gonna be different, and it just ends up sounding the same. So I appreciated this song because it didn't really sound the same, and that's why I like this song so much. Full Circle was one of my favorite singles from this album, and it might be one of the last singles that I listen to on repeat because I'm not even gonna lie, I'm just getting so bored of listening to Five Finger Death Punch. I have been listening to them since I want to say 6 years old, and I'm 18. I've been listening to them for like 12 years, so you can imagine that it gets pretty repetitive and pretty boring whenever they just put out the same stuff over and over again. Last but not least, drumroll please. My number 1 song of 2020 is Bloody Valentine by Machine Gun Kelly. Now I know, there are 2 Machine Gun Kelly songs in this list, but like I said earlier, a rapper opening up the floor for pop punk to thrive in society again was just insane to me. And Bloody Valentine is one of my favorite songs I have ever listened to in my life. I even learned how to play a little bit of it on guitar, like I can play the solo of it, and it is such a fun song to play. And Bloody Valentine is widely loved by a lot of the world, honestly. Like, scrolling through TikTok, I hear the song come up so much, and it is such a popular song, and it just got me hooked the instant I heard it. First off, I heard Machine Gun Kelly make the song Why Are You Here? And that was his first, like, pop punk song, besides I Think I'm Okay. I listened to Why Are You Here, and I was like, oh wow, there better be some more good singles. And then Bloody Valentine came out, and I was blown away. It is such a good song. Very underrated if you've never listened to Machine Gun Kelly before. Bloody Valentine is one of my favorite songs, and it's one of my favorite songs off of the album Tickets to My Downfall. heck, all of the songs on Tickets to My Downfall are my favorite. Like, there's not a single one I don't like. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this little video that I decided to put together. I know it's a little late because it's currently January 17th, and this is my top 2020. But that's besides the point. I just felt like going over this really quickly, and I thought this would be a fun video to go through with you guys. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the year, and it would mean a lot if I hit 100 before 2022 begins. Also hit that like button just to let the algorithm know that you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment telling me what your top 10 songs were of 2020. I'm very curious to see what they were. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a nice day, stay fresh, and I'll see you all later. Peace out.